Hello friends, I'm so glad that you're here and I'm glad I'm here and finally getting this video done for you. Today I'm going to make 3 different backgrounds using 3 different supplies. The first supply I'm going to use is acrylic paint. Then I'm going to use gouache paints. And then I'm going to use Dina Wakley Scribble Sticks as well as the Neocolor crayons to kind of show you the difference. I'm really excited about this, so enjoy. I'm going to start out, I have all of the things that I may or may not use with the acrylic today. I've got some stencils that I'll be using later. I tend to use this teardrop stencil a lot. It's from Dina Wakley. I love numbers. There's just something about numbers. And then this is also a Dina Wakley stencil. I have my acrylic paints today. I'll be using black, maybe some pink purple. I always like to use a neon color. This particular one is my absolute favorite. I've got a purple. I don't use purple a lot in my work, but you never know. Yellow is a staple for me. Light pink, you never know. And blue. I just have a lot of random colors and we'll see what happens. I also brought some really fun tools to use on my page and thought I could give you some ideas that way. I will be putting my paint on today with probably, more than likely, these paint brushes, but I also have this for you today too, to show you. I most often use old gift cards and things like that, so I'll probably be using that mostly. I brought a wooden stick to write in the paint with. I also brought some bubble wrap. These are the little tiny bubbles. You can see that's always fun to use on a page. And then I brought this scraper. I don't know. We'll see. I may apply paint with it. I may use it for texture. I may not use it at all. We shall see. Oh, and one more thing. I've got a foam stamp here, and I also have this like little scrubby brush. That's just kind of fun to rub paint on your page. So this is what I'm using, so enjoy. I'm going to start out, I've gessoed all of my pages today, simply because I think for me that is my favorite way to start a background, as I like to put gesso on my pages. I went ahead and did them on all of my journals today, just so everything could be dry and ready to go. I'm just moving everything over so I can put my journal down. The journal that I'm using for the acrylic paint today is just one of those Canson journals. If you are just wanting a really inexpensive journal that will work really well, I highly recommend the Canson journal. I like the mixed media pages. The weight is heavier. It's a 98-pound weight, and it will hold up to a lot of your medium. And this is just a random journal. It's one that I started lots of years ago, and I like to just go back to it. And I've done so many different random things in this journal. I should do a flip through one of these days. Okay, so I have pre-gessoed my pages, and I'm going to get started. Generally, I just, as I've showed you before, I don't think about it too much. You do want to start with a darker color if you're going to use a darker color on your page. At least I think that's the way you should do it. I went ahead and chose this kind of pinky purple. I'm going to do a 2-page spread. That paint's not going to come out, and that's okay. That happens sometimes. A lot of this paint is from my daughter. It's her old stash, and so I'm just using up her paint. And so I didn't even think to look whether or not this stuff would come out, so that's okay. I think if I can, I'm just gonna use my fingers to put some of this on. because I really like this yellow color. I like to use yellow a lot in my pages, and honestly, using your fingers is a super awesome way. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry, and we're gonna move on to another paint set. So while this is drying, this is just the first layer. If you notice, I did leave some white here, and I have a plan for that. So, all right, now we're gonna go to the gouache. For the gouache, I'm using my Dina Wakley journal. If you've never seen the Dina Wakley journal, this is her first one that she did. She's had several since then, but this is that first one. It's the one that has the canvas paper in it, which is a very heavyweight paper. It has the burlap in it. It also has like a canvas in it, and I think that's all. I have found this journal incredibly difficult to use. I really like it though. The pages are amazing once, you know, I've got them done, but for whatever reason, it has really thrown me off to have this burlap in there, and I just didn't know what to do with it. I've watched different YouTube videos and things, so I'm starting to like it, just starting, and as you can see, I just have lots of pages I haven't even finished yet, but for this video today, I decided to use just one page. This is for the gouache, and it's a super heavy paper. It's actually, I actually have put it's the canvas, I think. Yeah, it's super heavy. And so we'll see how the gouache shows up on that. I think it should be fine. Gouache paint is amazing. It's my new favorite paint. So I just want to show you. I have all of these. These are from Prima. My daughter had bought a set from Arteza, so there is an Arteza one in there too, but these are from Prima. I bought these off of Amazon, and I really, really like these. I love the colors. I love how inexpensive they were. I think I got 18 tubes, I think, for under $20, I believe. And I think these are going to last for so long. So I'm just going to use a few of my favorites. And with the gouache, you do not need to use a lot. You're going to use a lot of water with the gouache. So I like to use my Distress sprayer. I'm going to spray that water on there. And then I'm just going to use a paintbrush to kind of paint it. It's a little textury because of the gesso. And I'm okay with that. Another way that you can put this gouache on, I'm going to show you really quick, is you can use a baby wipe. And this is probably my new favorite way of putting paint on, is with the baby wipe. So you just take the baby wipe and you can lighten it up. You can kind of make it a little smoother here, which I like that. And then I'm going to put kind of this orangey red on here. It's definitely soaking into this more than I like, because I didn't put a very thick coat of gesso on here, and this is a very heavy page. So, okay, so I'm going to stop there. But remember, guys, this is just the first layer of everything that I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit of this yellow, because I really like this yellow. So I'm going to get a little bit more out. Yes, love that. Okay. The more I create, the more creative I become. And so, okay, there we go. There's that one. This blue dot, it just happened to be on the page already when I gessoed it. And so we'll see what ends up happening with that. Okay, the next one that we're going to be doing is the Scribble Sticks and the Neo Color crayons. I'm just going to do one side to show you. I have gessoed this. This is the Dilutions by Diane Reevely. This is her journal. This is the bigger journal. This is the one that I'm using for the Being Me challenge. And so I thought it would be fun to put a background in this one. These are, I want to show you these Scribble Sticks and these Neo Color crayons. I hardly ever keep like the packaging that stuff comes in. I just think it's so much fun to put it in a cup instead. And so I personally like the Scribble Sticks better than the Neo Color crayons, but that could just be because I absolutely love Dina Wakley. And I also like how big they are. They're really chunky. And I also love the colors. They're so vibrant. I only have her first set. I really would love to have all of her sets, but this is going to be good for now. I feel like these are going to last me forever. I have used these for so long, like so many times. You get a set of 12. Then the Neo Color crayons, they're a lot thinner. You can see they're just thinner. And this was the first set that I bought because everybody was using them and I had to have them. They work great too. They work awesome. But like I said, I just am a huge Dina Wakley fan. So anyway, so there's the Neo Color. So Dina Wakley, Neo Color. As far as price goes, I'm going to say they're about the same price. But you can check it out on Amazon. You will pay about $20 to $25 for a set of these crayons. They are more expensive. Okay, I'm going to start out with Scribble Sticks. One of my favorite things to do with the Scribble Stick. I'm going to show you both brands, but I'm going to start with the Scribble Stick. I'm going to just put paint, and I'm going to also put paint on my Scribble Stick. And then, love that, love that. It literally, I don't know if you can tell, girls, but it's literally turning into a vibrant paint. And I just love that. Plus it has like a little bit of crayon in there, but that's one way that you can use that Scribble Stick. Another way that you can use it, obviously, is you can just use a paintbrush, put water on it, and then you can just paint just like you would a gouache paint, a watercolor paint, whatever. Okay, but I think it's fun to actually like put lots of water, and then you can also kind of do fun things like that with it. I'm going to use a purple Neo Color crayon, okay? And I'm going to Make some water, and it's water soluble. See, so look at that fun thing that you can do there. Isn't that fun? And then you can, you know, put the water on there and it's gonna run, and almost like an ink, kind of. Look at that. You can like bring that blue and that purple down. Isn't that awesome? Oh, I love it. I just love it. I love the blue and the purple together. So pretty. If you don't want it to look as scribbly, again, you can just take a paintbrush, and then look, you can paint it, and it can be smooth, and it can be awesome and really pretty and cool. Or you can leave it, or you can mess it up again, which I think I'll mess up again just maybe a little bit. So fun, so fun. I don't know if I want it that messy. I might paint a little bit of it out. You can also add some more colors. Why not? This color is kind of screaming to me. This is like the teal blue. It is kind of showing up, not a lot. I think I'm going to put a little bit more water on the edge, maybe. And then, yeah, nice. Okay. There we go. The Scribble Stick and the Neo Color Crayon. Awesome. So I've got 3 backgrounds. They're going to be ready to go. And we will add the second layer in just a minute. So join me for part 2.